Hello. I'm going live here, so kind of just winging it as I go here. I decided to just do kind of a impromptu thing, so I'll just wait here just a minute, see if anybody wants to join me. I'm kind of just messing with some stuff here, trying to see what parts I actually have and what I don't have, what I still need. I broke the Javelin again. I didn't blow up the engine. I actually didn't even blow up the transmission, which is probably surprising, the most surprising to anyone watching this. But I kind of had a weird thing happen the other day. I did a radiator flush. I flushed it a couple times. I just had some like rusty, crappy coolant in there. I used tap water, which was stupid, but I used tap water and had just really rusty coolant in there. Flushed it out, put in brand new stuff. I can already tell the water temperatures are much better, so that's good. And then I did an oil change also, and I actually switched to synthetic oil finally. So I have brand new oil in there. Everything's good. I took the car out for a quick test drive. I went around my neighborhood a couple times, got some nice heat into it, just kind of checking out the temperatures, making sure everything's good, look good. Oil pressure was great. Everything's good. And then I got to like the last turn before I came back to my house, and I was like, I'm gonna get on it real hard, just for fun. And so I'm like turning, I'm like mostly straight, I just gun it, and I'm like spinning the tires and everything, and I push a clutch in to get into second, and I try to let out, and the clutch pedal just stayed down, so I'm just coasting off to the side, and I'm like trying to get it into second and everything. I'm like, I don't know what just happened. Like my first thought, which didn't make any sense, was like, if you have a hydraulic clutch lever, so like if it blows out, the clutch pedal just go straight to the floor, and you'll lose all control of the throwout bearing. But I don't have that. I have a mechanical setup, so it was really, it was really odd what was happening. And eventually I'm like wiggling it around and stuff, and I got it to like return enough. And I only had like a quarter of a mile left to go to get back to the house. So thankfully I was able to limp back to the house, and I was trying to shift, and I'm like trying to push the pedal down, and it's like there's some resistance, like it's not letting me completely disengage the clutch. And like as I rolled in to my shop back here, I noticed that like even if I just let out the clutch entirely, it was still dragging. Like it kind of wanted to move just a little bit. So like even when I have the clutch like pushed all the way in, it's not disengaging all the way. So I started to kind of like troubleshoot some things from there. So I disconnected my clutch linkage between my pedal and the actual clutch fork on the transmission. If you just joined, I'm just going over what happened with my car. I don't think I blew up anything. I think I just injured a couple pieces here. But I had a weird thing happen to the transmission where I tried to shift into second, and the clutch pedal just stayed down, and it wasn't allowing me to re-engage everything so I could actually get into second gear. And I have a totally mechanical clutch linkage, so it wasn't like a hydraulic throwout bearing failure or anything like that. But this whole thing, like it's a T5 from a Mustang. So it's a T5 behind an AMC 401 that's been pretty mildly built. So first of all, this engine is just probably way overpowered for this transmission. But the other thing is like just the geometry of everything. I think when you push the pedal in all the way, like with how everything is set up on this, it's like it's making the throwout bearing travel too far, I think. Even though I do have a stopper like on my actual clutch pedal, I don't think that I have it adjusted out enough. So that all being said, I kind of like checked all my clutch linkage and everything moves the way that it's supposed to. So that right there tells me that it's something going on with like the throwout bearing or something on the input shaft, maybe the clutch. Something was going on. So I had my brother come over last night, and we took the whole transmission down in about probably like an hour and a half or something, got it down on the ground, and I kind of have some carnage. Nothing too crazy, but it was very obvious what was going on as soon as we got the transmission down. I can actually show you. I'll take you with me here really quick. This is my Javelin that I'm talking about. It's a 73 Javelin AMX. We originally had a Torque Flight 727 transmission in it, and I was having issues with that, trying to get everything to work. We tried to do a rebuild on the 727 that was in here, and it just wasn't working out, and I was like, screw it. I want to go with the 5-speed eventually anyways, so I found this T5 in a junkyard for like $180. Probably has a zillion miles on it. Came out of a V6 Mustang, and so far it's lived pretty well. And you know, not including what happened here. Let me crawl under here a little more. This is kind of crappy lighting because of the glare and everything. I don't know if you can see that, but there's like a big chunk right here missing on the top of the bearing retainer. So somehow it got caught up on here and took this huge chunk out of here. And the throwout bearing is supposed to move up and down this. So when I'm trying to get to return or whatever, it's just getting caught on this huge chunk missing right here. So that's what was going on with that. And inside here, I mean, the diaphragm fingers appear to be in good shape. Nothing's bent, nothing looks damaged. Again, I'm sorry if you can't really see anything. There's some serious glare going on. But yeah, I mean, that all seems to be good. Oh, let me get it back out of here. Ouch. So everything seems to be good with the transmission. I actually had like first through, I think third or fourth, verified that actually works. So I think the transmission itself is okay. Let's see here. Let me grab the throwout bearing. So this is a throwout bearing that was in it, and I mean it's still like spins okay. It doesn't look like there's any super obvious damage except for on the back. I don't know if you can see where it looks like that deformity almost. I'm pretty sure that is what made contact with the bearing retainer. So somehow this got cockeyed in there, or like it went too far. Since I'm holding the phone, it's kind of hard to show what I think happened. But essentially this, when you're pushing it, it's pushing this way to push the bearing. Try to get it over here. It's trying to push it towards the diaphragm, and I'm thinking that if it's pushing it too much, since this just kind of like slides on here with these clips, I'm thinking it might have actually like slipped or got like kind of cockeyed like sideways like that and got hung up somehow when it was like pushing against the diaphragm, and that's what caused that damage. But that's kind of where I'm at on it right now. I just figured I'd make a quick little video. I'm actually putting together a more full video about this whole process. I really kind of just wanted to get like a whole new beefier transmission when this happened. That was like my first response, but unfortunately I don't have like $2,000 to just drop right now, so that's not really a good option. So I have a new bearing retainer on the way, new clutch fork, and then a new throwout bearing also. So I have all that stuff pretty much on the way. I'm hoping to get it all repaired, get it back in the car, and be good to go. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you pretty soon.